Hey, it's Editing Cole here. I'd just like to tell you guys that we are actually over on Spotify now. So, yeah, if you guys want to go and take a look over there, we're going to be posting hopefully every Friday at 6 a.m. And, well, here's the podcast.
Hey, man. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear yourself?
I can't hear myself.
No.
Well, I used to hear myself.
Oh.
I can hear you guys, amazingly, but...
Okay.
I can see it come up on there.
Yeah,
Channel 1.
but I can't hear myself as well. Hello? That's fucked.
What theme should we do today?
Hello?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, so I think this is
Hello?
good
Yeah,
now, maybe.
good?
Yeah,
That's
I
not
don't know.
bad?
I'll just put myself as a 10. Everyone should be fine.
Okay.
You are a
Yeah.
10.
All right. You are a 10.
Yes.
10 out of
God,
100.
how-
Just me. All right.
Alrighty.
This is very
Um,
professional setup.
So professional.
Look at this arm. It's so muscular.
Yeah. Best mic arm I've ever seen.
Wee.
Yeah.
All right. We better start then.
What are we talking about today? I don't know.
Well, how about embarrassing stories from our youth?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have too many of those.
Yeah. Well, it should be easy to talk about then.
I went to so many youth groups as a kid, and when you did let's go around and tell each other's name, and so we're not embarrassed and there's no pressure or anything. Let's all tell an embarrassing story. So I have one.
Yeah.
Ready for when I go to youth group
No.
again. So first story, I went to youth group, it's kind of embarrassing. Second one is I was part of a soccer team, and we trained on Thursdays, and we went to this school. You gonna get that? We
No,
could
no,
unplug
that's
it.
good. That's good.
We went to this school, and they had a soccer pitch there, so we trained there. And then all the people that were in my soccer team were super rich, and I was 17, 18 years old, and by that point they had already got Mercedes and BMWs and all that kind of stuff. And
Holy smokes.
I was turning up on if anyone knows, a Honda Cub 90.
No.
Okay, 90 cc's,
nope.
three gears, no need for a clutch, it's just with your foot.
Oh.
Top speed is in England, it was 40 miles an hour, downhill. So yeah,
Pretty
all
quick.
the ladies really liked me.
Nice,
Anyway, so there's
nice.
all these guys, and 2 or 3 of them actually worked as models, and then they came and played this soccer game. They went away in their Mercedes and BMWs, and then there's me on this little Honda hog going down. And so anyway, we got to the. We finished training, we came out of the school and then turned left on the main road, and then there was a set of traffic lights where we stopped, and then as a joke I kind of revved next to them. I was vroom vroom next to them. They're oh yeah, and then the guy at the very front of the queue was Joe, for real, come on, let's do it. When it goes green, and I was all right, you're in a Mercedes, this is gonna go so wrong. So I've never floored it in that before, because why would you? You can't go fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did, and the first 5 meters I actually jumped the guy, but then the front wheel went up, which I wasn't expecting, and then my silly brain by habit was second. Instead of so they went even more in the air, and then I hit a little drain thing which made the whole bike wiggle like a snake in the air, and then I crashed. And the guy who was racing screeched on his brakes, and I remember the car coming towards me and stopping, and I looked at my bike, and it had a pizza box kind of thing, and all my soccer boots were everywhere and stuff. My bike was all banged up, and then the car stopped and then started shaking because everyone inside was laughing.
Yeah.
Where it happened was at Crossroads. There was 400 people living and doing their life, just looking at me
Good
on
job,
the floor.
Scaring. Yeah.
Yeah, I got home, my dad was so mad at me.
Yeah.
I crashed in the street. Being an idiot. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
A lot of people laughing at me.
It's funny now that I'm on the spot, I can't even think of an embarrassing story. It's just they've all just poofed out of my brain.
Yeah.
I've done so many embarrassing things in my life. I know this.
Have you ever tried to do
Same.
something awesome and it's not worked out?
No, they usually work out for
Yeah,
me.
they usually do.
Yeah. It sounds really cocky, but I don't know. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Sheesh. Really embarrassing stories. I remember being 15, out mushroom picking by myself, and I'd seen a cougar. I was like, this is a cougar. And I scared the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
And so I literally ran all the way home. And for those of you that know, it's the worst possible idea ever if you've actually seen a wild animal. So I got home and I told my whole family about it. Like, they were like, oh my God, they kind of concerned. And so like my dad got the gun and we got the dogs together. We went out. I brought up the spot and I realized that it was a stump.
Stump cougar.
Stump
The
cougar.
deadliest cougar out there.
Yeah, I got spankings because that was a thing when I was growing up. Don't rile up your whole family for a dangerous animal on the loose.
You got all the dogs and the guns.
Yeah, we got everything. It was such
Yeah.
a bad idea. I can't believe I did that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
The thing is, though, as a how old you must have been at that time?
I was a fucking child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you then have to go and see if it's a stump.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that.
No, God, no.
No,
No,
you're not.
Now-
you're like, oh, it's a cougar. I'm
Yeah,
in danger.
exactly. Like now, as like a whole grown ass adult, it's like this has happened to me now, where I'll go, "That's a bear," or like "That's a cougar," or like "That's a wolf," and like I'll go, "But is it though, Eli?
Is it though?
Is it though?"
Throw a stone at it. Oh, I am.
What? Or you do like a big, whoop, and if it doesn't move or look at you, and hey, you're probably
Yeah,
okay.
probably good.
Probably okay.
What if it's a deaf cougar though, man?
Well, I mean, I've never run into a deaf cougar.
Yeah.
I gotta say though,
You got to
that
prepare yourself.
yeah, for every eventuality,
Yeah.
deaf predators.
Yes.
The best guy.
It's like Herbert from Family Guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
cool.
I probably just block them all out.
Yeah, honestly though, I think that's exactly what I've done. Is just block them all out.
Embarrassing things. Oh.
Oh no!
That shame hit you. So
Yeah, that did.
Oh, this one time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of bad.
No, the shame.
So, do you remember when computers first came a thing and you had dial-up internet and everything else?
Yeah.
Oh, no, what is this?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so as I was a kid
Mm-hmm.
and I was using the family computer,
Oh no.
I looked up some websites.
Oh,
I mean, back then you had a
Yeah.
family computer, right? It
Yeah,
was like
exactly
one
it.
for the whole building.
yeah, because
Yep.
they were like too
The
expensive.
monitor was like 4 foot wide
Literally.
and deep.
And
It was
deep.
big, yeah.
Oh my god. 2
And
feet deep.
this one website that I went to was, an explicit website, 18 plus. I
Yep.
definitely wasn't 18.
Yep,
And
triple X.
it accidentally
Accidentally.
made it its home screen as that website.
Oh
How did you do
no!
I don't know.
Did you like right click an image, make it desktop or something?
No, it was like the actual website. So when you go into like Google,
Oh, it was like a
it just
scammy
like
website.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is
So
email.
that happened to me.
Oh
So
no.
I was freaking out. I was like, all right, so I have like an hour or so before my parents get home.
Yeah.
So I was like, all
Go on the
right,
computer.
I have to figure this out.
Yeah.
I was freaking out.
Wow.
The whole hour elapsed because I couldn't figure it out. So what I did was I went in back to the computer, pulled out the power plug thing, but barely. So they're like, oh, maybe it's broken. But yeah, it was like a day or two later. They just pushed the power plug like all the way in, and I had to explain myself
Oh no.
about all of that stuff. And I think they made me figure it out how to revert it back. Yeah.
That's the worst.
I think that's
Who
probably the
found it?
most. I think it was my dad. My mom, I don't know. They just came to me and was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
so,
Hey, my guy.
so,
Yeah. No shit.
yeah, I don't know."
Oh
Yeah, that was probably one of my most embarrassing,
Yeah, definitely.
embarrassing stories.
Man, you've sparked some shame in me. I'm remembering.
This episode's gonna be called Shame.
Yeah, honestly though, shame. We were over visiting a guy named Skipper, and Skipper's a great artist, and he was
Yeah.
doing this massive canvas for a potlatch, and it was going to be this curtain that the dancers change behind, right? So they come out and do the different dances, and at least I believe that's what it was for. I think I was like 10 or 11 at the time.
and he had a bowl of black ink out on this canvas, and he had all the designs all traced out on it, and it was huge and beautiful, different shapes and swirling, and I remember just looking at it, and he just finished telling us about how much time this whole thing has taken him and the investment, and somebody had said something behind me, and I turned and I dumped the whole black bowl of of paint, all like in it, like whoosh, like out. And all I remember thinking was, I'm in danger. And for some reason, the door was open. I don't know if I opened it or if it was already open because of all the paint fumes. But I just as everybody was yelling, I ran out the door, down the steps, into the street, down the street, to the hall, which is 2 blocks away, until I finally what am I doing? I have to go back with my parents to our home, and they're still at the house.
Yeah.
And so I very, very shamefully walked my butt back to the house, and I got there and nobody was yelling anymore, and they were like, oh my God, where did you go? And they were concerned because I was a child.
Yeah.
And I tried to apologize to Skipper, and I think he didn't talk to me for a little while after that, or something like that. And I got brought home, and then I got spanked. Mostly for running away, though. I think that was the moral of the story: is you got to face the music when you do something.
Well, yeah, I mean, running away as a kid, it freaks out any parent.
Yeah, that's a good point. Where'd he go?
It's like, oh my God, he's gone.
There's bears. Yeah, that was me anyways. That was my shame. That was a bad one.
Just shame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just to finish the story though, he just ended up designing that spill mark into the canvas as a whole and fixed it. And we went back a week later to look at it, and you could not tell that I'd spilt a whole bowl of black ink on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
It was amazing, and I was shook that he was that good of an artist to just cover that up. But
do you know where it is?
I don't know. It's probably used for his family pot etching.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. If he still uses it, I don't know if it's retired, but
I feel like that'd be a good gift as an adult. Oh, do you remember this thing that you were in?
God, that'd be a terrible gift. No, Skipper, if you ever listen to this, don't, please don't.
I mean,
shame.
It would make a pretty good wedding gift.
Oh God,
Because,
it sure.
Elijah, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, hello. Yeah, so I proposed to.
Yeah, congrats. Let's
Thanks. That was only the most nerve-wracking thing ever.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been with her for 6.5 years, and it was still nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah.
How is that possible? You think it'd be just hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well,
No.
having also gone through it, it's one of those things where you're just about to change your life forever, but it's not like someone else has set something up and you're I don't know, if you were going to go change job, it's someone else has set it up forever. You're doing it. You're about to ask that question. It's about to change everything forever. And so, yeah,
That makes sense.
that would
I don't know.
I would get really. Oh, I was
Yeah.
super nervous. I
That
literally
was-
pooed myself.
I wasn't quite there, but I definitely didn't speak loud enough or didn't make the situation clear enough that she just straight up didn't hear me. Right? Joe's heard this. I don't know if Cole
Yeah.
has yet.
I don't think so.
No? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. All right, let's relive the shame.
No.
The shame.
It's a good episode.
Honestly, though, it was very shameful because it was like we're sitting at the weekend concert, and
Yeah.
I was thanks for bringing me here, babe. I think I said thanks for choosing me to come with you here.
It's like her concert.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
she wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
And so she says to me, "Don't worry about it. You're my +1 for life." And I'm like, "Bam, this is perfect.
Right now.
Yeah.
This is the moment right now."
Yeah.
I was carrying the ring around with me all day because I heard that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so I reach into my little vest pocket and I pull it out and I go, "Shania Cook, would you like to be my partner for life?" And I hand her the ring. And she takes it. She looks at me and says, "Oh, cool," and then hands it back. And to me,
Your heart was like, what?
oh yeah, it was those little animations of a heart that just turns black, breaks in half, and then falls into dust. Yeah, that was me, and just my stomach dropped, and I was like, oh, and she's like, what? And I'm like, Shania Cook, will you marry me? And she was just then the realization finally dawned, oh, you're doing this right now, not down on one knee at a sweaty concert, good job.
And she said, "Yabba dabba doo."
Yeah, yeah.
Cue applause.
Nice.
I got basking that for a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it worked out, but it was very shameful. Very
Yeah.
shameful.
Well, yeah, it was a good ending though.
Yeah, I mean, it worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But
Well, she said yes. That's good.
oh no, she didn't say yes. She said, "Yabba dabba doo."
Yeah.
She said, she said, "Would you be mad at me if I said Yabba dabba doo?" And I said, "I sure wouldn't." And she's like, "Can you not tell anybody that I said that, please?"
You've told everyone.
I've told every single person. And I told her at that exact moment, I said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell fucking everybody that you said this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because you just shamed me.
Oh god.
Reciprocal shame.
Just bounces around.
It does. It does. Oh my goodness. I hope all of our listeners are thinking of their shameful acts that
Yeah.
people do themselves as
Or
adults.
maybe ours is so bad that makes them feel better.
You never know. Maybe they're like, "Oh my god, bro, I can't believe it went like that."
I too had a similar experience with the home computer.
Yeah. Oh man. I do remember my first time finding out that my mom had tracking on explicit internet content.
Oh.
Yeah, she was one of those parents.
Oh.
There was only one time where you learn that,
Yeah.
and after you get your ass literally beat, you figure out a better method.
You get your
Yeah.
own laptop.
No, you figure out how to use cell phone data.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Well, the closest I got to that, I didn't actually get caught, and there was no shame involved. But it's just a really funny story.
Yeah.
So, my mum and dad will hopefully never hear this. So, anyway, home computer.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember MSN?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, how it kind of worked when I was growing up is you talk to some people at school, but then you go home and then immediately just start talking to them, and people would then bring print-offs of words that had happened between people as like proof of, "Oh, you're like chatting up my girl," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But also, it was just also a good time to talk to friends or whatever like that. And then sometimes you would flirt with some girl that you've met, and now you've like exchanged MSN details. But this girl like really likes me, and I was very new to this kind of game, and I didn't really understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like trying my best, sending nudges and whatever the heck you did on MSN. But then, anyway.
Oh yeah.
She then wanted to flash on webcam.
Oh.
Ooh, how old are you at the time?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you a child?
Well, it depends what you define as a child, but I must have been like 14.
You're
yeah,
a
that's a
consenting teenager.
Legally
Yeah.
a child, I guess. But anyway,
Yeah.
so she was the same.
Yeah.
Same age as me.
Oh, you're
And
the same age. A couple
Same
of
age.
hooligans.
just idiots.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my parents had the family computer
Yeah.
in the dining room, and the computer was right there by the table, like
Yeah.
a meter away.
no.
And so then they come in to start getting the table ready, and I'm like, if I don't like turn around and act kind of weird, like it's going to be fine. So I just kind of moved my mouse, minimized it. And then I kind of found that they just were not looking at all. They were just focused on, I got it fuck up. I was like, oh, minimize. And they're still not looking.
Hello, family.
Push it another
Yeah.
time. Oh. And then eventually
Oh my
I just
God.
like hung up and like signed out really quick. And was
Yeah.
like at dinner table, like,
Yeah. Just your heart thumping and pounding.
and then she never spoke to me again. She was really angry because I just like signed off. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would never forget that moment.
Just scarred that poor girl for life. Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
He logged out of MSN. Like, if MSN was still a thing, I think I do have an account with a burner email out there somewhere, but it's gotta
Yeah.
be like so old now.
Even
At least
remembering the
15
passwords.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what
Yeah.
child me would have had for an MSN password anymore.
Yeah.
I just remember we got it in like
RuneScape rocks.
yeah, he was like literally though, like wow.
Yeah.
Wow, lol.
Yeah. Wow, lol. Not even lol. Lol wasn't a thing.
No, that didn't become a thing until like 2010, 2012.
Early 2000s, yeah.
Not laugh out loud. I mean, like League of Legends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, League of Legends has been out for
Same
quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. WoW, League of Legends, yeah, all those
Yeah.
oldies.
Anyway, so that was
Mm.
kind of embarrassing, but
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed, but still, like I didn't. My parents didn't find out. Like guilt. Well, no, there's still guilt there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There always is the guilt, the shame.
The shame.
I live with the shame.
Oh man, do I have any shameful stories?
I have an embarrassing one that my dad had my back, which is pretty cool. Where there was this teacher who kept. So I played trombone back in the day, the one that goes every time. I was like, "Hey, I've learned this really difficult song." And they're like, "Nope, we just want to hear it." Okay, just to bring out Joe to do the slide.
Dance monkey.
Anyway, so when we were in the playground, everyone played soccer, but it was with sponge footballs. And so especially when it was on a dry day and they weren't like full of water because they sucked if you got hit in the ball with those because they were so heavy. It's like broke your neck. But anyway, as soon as it was a dry day, I used to use the trombone in a hard case as a goalpost. So if it got hit, it would just fall down and then would just stay there and use it to be a goalpost. And how it worked was then the referee, the teacher would blow a whistle and you're froze. And if you moved, you got detention or something. And then you had to line up in a line and then go back into class. So that's what I did. Wow. And then got there. And then every day, this teacher would stand me up in front of class and be like, "What have you forgotten? What have you forgotten?" In front of everyone. I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't have forgotten it if I knew.
Yeah.
And it was my trombone. I'd left my trombone outside every time. And so she would have another student go get it and then reveal it to me. "This is what you forgot," and I'm like in front of the kids, like standing me up. So it was not good to, shaming me like that. Yeah. Little did I know that my dad was on the governor's board for the school.
Ooh, holy smokes! The governor.
So he came down and when he found out and gave her the hot air treatment, we call it, which is just like
blowing hot air.
Yep. And she didn't do that again. So that was pretty cool. So I was embarrassed, but in the end it was okay.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, our band teacher would just get so mad at us. And Steve, if you ever listen to this, I'm so sorry. But you used to get so mad at us that the veins on your forehead would like pop up as you were like yelling at us because we were the worst percussion band like I think that our school system had ever seen.
Nah.
Yeah, we totally were. Like all of the other classes that he taught like went to like regional championships and like won trophies, and we were like having troubles with hot cross buns.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just like fucking around the whole time, to be honest. Oh god, remember that time when I accidentally slid my mouthpiece into the French horn?
Wait. Could you break that down? Like, so, is that a meaning for something else? You slid mouthpiece into a French horn?
Literally. So I played the trumpet, right? So I was playing away, and I took my mouthpiece out, and I was like, huh. This would be funny. And then I like put it into his French horn opening, like the muzzle part, I guess. Yeah, and it slid down and it got stuck.
Oh, because it was so big, the hole, and your mouthpiece for the trumpet is so small, it just went.
And it got stuck in there. Yeah. I don't really remember like what had happened after that, other than like some anger. Did we actually ever get it out again?
No, actually, that French horn got retired to that cupboard that was under the bleachers with all the other busted instruments.
Yeah.
And we had to take out a new French horn.
I just can't believe you won't be able to like shake it upside down.
No, it wedged in there.
It was in there. Yeah.
Embarrassing moment. You reminded me. So, again, back to the trombone. It wasn't a good time in life. So I played for the Noom Academy Orchestra, but I don't know if anyone music people out there, but there's treble clef and bass clef. Usually the trombone's bass clef. I don't know why the Academy put me on treble clef, but I was playing trombone, the same parts, but I was reading treble clef. I used to be able to read both because I played piano once upon a time, but I gave up piano and then I was just reading treble clef, and they're actually kind of different. So then when I went to the school, they were like, "You can come to the school because you play trombone." I was like, "Okay, that's kind of weird." And anyway, then they put bass clef in front of me, and I was like, "Can I just have this music in treble clef?" And they're like, "No, trombone's a bass clef, not treble." I was like, "Yeah, I get that, but like, can I just play exactly the same song, the same notes, but just treble clef?" Nope. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't really read that, so what are we going to say? They made me sit next to this girl. I think her name was Sarah. She was like my first crush, like, ever. Yeah. Because she was on the cello playing bass clef. And she met the lady teacher made me sit next to her, watch her, and kind of try and follow along.
How does that translate?
to like hieroglyph like Egyptian to me. Like I couldn't like understand it. And then she was like, "Okay, have a go." And I was so like choked up and nervous because she was right there and in front of the whole thing. She was like, "Have a go." Soloed me, and I just went like. Not even a full note, just like, and then she's like, "Do it again," and the girl next to me is like, I laugh, I'm like, "No," and then she's like, "Go on, try again." I'm like, "Oh no," and so she's like, "I'll just continue reading again." I was like, "Oh, okay," and then halfway through when she was reading out, she just packed my stuff. I was like, "Peace."
I'm just out of here.
And then as kind of to get back at me, the guy who got me into the school because I played trombone, because I no longer played it. When they would go to like Venice to play, like this school was like pretty good with that. That's why they got me in, because they thought I could join that. But I gave up. Was like, oh, I can like turn pages or like set up equipment or whatever, or do the sound, because I knew that people did that, would set up and then just be in Venice while they're playing, and then like come back. I was like, let me do that. It's like, okay, you have to just submit in time. So I was like, okay, and I submitted like myself first 2 or 3 times in a row for these different trips. He never let me go. He was mad at me for years for not learning bass climb.
Well, I mean, if it's any consolation, I think I was in band class for like 4 years, and I never learned how to read music.
Oh, same.
No, I just figured
someone just played it, and I just you know,
I just kind of just play along,
play by ear.
Yeah. That's what I do now.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. It is handy to know stuff, because if you want to make a new song, this would work with that note, because you know the theory. But
I know nothing.
No, I know nothing. No.
We all know nothing together.
We don't know nothing for the shame.
For the shame. The shame. Shame on your cows.
Oh God, yeah.
I once pooed myself really bad at school.
No.
I was young enough, so I don't mind bringing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was only 17. No, I'm joking. I was like 5 or whatever. But like, it was one of those ones where you like really need to go. You put your hand up, and the teacher's like, "Oh, may you go?" And it's like, "Please." You don't understand. And then I got there, and it was a poop, and it was just happened just before I was like putting my trousers down. But then I kind of was trying to then continue onto the seat, and I missed, and then trying to like clean up. It was in a tiny store.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine as an adult, afterwards you open the door, you're like, "What? How did it get up there?" Like, it's just like everywhere. So then I got cleaned up, and then they gave me some pants, some trousers from the school that you get, some like raggedy old moldy ones. And then I went for a race outside for fun. And my friend, someone at school, a student, tripped me up, and I cracked my head on the wall. Stupidly, the finish line was like half a meter before this wall. Who does that? Well, we did, because you'd like finish and put your hands up or whatever. But he put his leg out, and I was like, and just like hit the wall. So then after, the same teacher who had like cleared me up at break time, when they went to her, my face was just blood. I was like, "I think my head hurts," and she was like, "Oh my God, my students."
Oh man, I was 15. This is really shameful. I was walking the res with yours truly, Mr. Cole here, and I don't remember where we were going or what we were doing. I remember going, "I had a fart."
Do you remember this?
And then it was a shit.
Yeah. I think loosely, weren't you wearing like
those
like surfer shorts, the
I don't
white
know,
ones,
man.
and
I just
blue and
remember
orange?
that I had to like waddle home.
I think you were. Yeah.
Thank goodness we were only like a block from my house, though. So like it was like a walk of shame for all of 200 meters.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I don't think I've ever done that. Oh no! Yes, I have.
Oh no!
Here we go. Poop shame number 7 or whatever we're on now.
Oh jeez.
I sometimes when I eat a lot of cream, it's really really bad.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I had like a trifle, but I also had nachos and cheese, so like that was too much. So that kind of thing happened, and I had gone to the toilet the evening before, but it wasn't as like explosive as I thought it might be. And then in the morning, I was getting ready, and I bent over and farted, and I was like, "Here, that was kind of wet." Yeah. And then as I was pulling my trousers up, I was like, "Holy, that's a bit wet." And there was literally like brown water down my inside leg, like down to my calf. And then I ran a bike shop at the time, and I phoned up the manager. I was like, his name was Ashley. I was like, "Ash, I don't think I come into it. I was like, Joe, what the heck? And I was like, I can't, like, you cannot tell any of the guys, because these guys were like mechanics and they would rib you. Like, guys, and I was like, you cannot tell any of the guys this. And he was like, well, you have to tell me, because like I'm trying to manage his shop here. And I was like, yeah, okay, don't tell anyone. And to this day, I don't think he did. But I don't know what he came up with. I didn't give him like a lie or anything. I let him do that. But I was so nervous coming the next day. I was like looking at their eyes, like, do they know? Do they know?
Just that knowing grin.
Yeah. Oh god, that's the worst. When they don't say anything, they just smile at you or like wink. Oh,
yeah,
fuckers.
But then I felt bad because by like 1 p.m. I was like, okay, but I just didn't want to go to work and not being able to fart.
Yeah,
like literally though. I mean, if it's gonna be Hershey squirts, no thanks.
No.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
When I was a baby, I pooped and I painted with my poop.
Nice. I don't think I ever painted with my poop as a baby, but I know that is a thing.
Oh, actually, I don't know why, but I had this thing with peanut butter. And I'd grab the peanut butter out of the pantry, and then I'd go run underneath chairs and start painting the peanut butter on the bottom of the chairs. It was like, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. I was like super young.
I'm sure I've helped you with that once or twice. That
imagine being a parent and be like, I can't get there.
Yeah. So I don't know why.
Smell like peanut butter. What the fuck?
Yeah. But it's just one of those random things that just I did. I don't know why I did, but I did.
Just for some odd reason.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
My dad's living with me at the moment. He's been picking on me with some like things you don't know that you do, but you just do.
Yeah.
And one of them is apparently, because we've been doing a lot of stuff around the house and fixing it up, is poke my tongue out. And I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yep. You do that all the time.
And I was like, oh yeah, because like when you look at home videos, I can see it and I'm like, young Joe, what a fool. And like I was doing a screwdriver, and Dad was like, your hand with the tongue. Oh no. You're twisting it. But then the really funny one was my dad lost it. Is we were just putting up a bracket for a shelf, and he was struggling to get it in the hole. Lol. He was struggling to get the screwdriver into the bracket because it was it's very tight fit. Lol. Him doing that while I was holding the bracket was enough to me. I was just holding the bracket, but I was sticking my tongue out because of his effort. That was today.
Is he gonna get in?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't get in there.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I was giving him my all.
Just stirring his own.
Then when my dad started losing it, going to red face laughing, so you got to get it in, and I'm like, it must look so special.
Your dad's probably turning red.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
what are you doing?
Stop it.
Oh, poor Greg. Just trying to put up a bracket, man.
They were level though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
It's level.
All right, I gotta get going, my guys.
Yeah, I was just about to call it to you. Would you guys like to shout anything out?
Big old. Oh yeah. Ooh yes. Yeah, for sure. Big shout out to Leah. Yeah. Thanks, Leah. You were talking to me and Cole at the rodeo.
Oh yeah.
Huge shout out. That was a big.
Oh yeah, Leah. Hey.
Booster there, guy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
God, that actually meant so much to
It
me.
really did.
Yeah,
Cole's
I'm like,
invested a
wow.
lot in this.
Oh yeah. Like I'm using
He's
a
holding
recording
like
device.
5 cables right now.
Yeah.
One of them's gold plated.
Literally.
Yeah. So the device that I have right now is like $600 with like a $300 battery and adapters and shit. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
You're appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you, Liam.
Yep. Leah, not Liam.
No, I said Leah.
What?
It's just my accent.
Oh, Jesus.
Leah.
Just mic drop. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that.
no.
This is way too expensive.
I will shout out summer. It was a good summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did absolutely nothing this summer.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm working for the college,
Working for the man
It's-
every night and day.
Alrighty. Anyways, bye. Have a nice night, day, whatever time of day it is.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shame.
Shame.
Yeah.